The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have quite the group gathered today. I'm in Houston, and it's 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. I just want to say thanks for joining us mid-afternoon. It just shows you your commitment to this. Real quick, I say this on every webinar, and it's not a ploy or anything like that, but I'm not a big techie. So if you can just say in the question box, yes, you can hear me, at least I know I have my headset plugged in, and John and Kyle and everybody else and all you guys can hear me. So if you can just pipe in, let me know that I'm coming through clearly. Guys, can y'all hear me? Because I'm not
Yep,
seeing anything. Oh, wait a second. I'm not
I
the
see you,
organizer.
Cliff.
You guys. Okay. I'm like, wait a second. See, that's how techie I am. I'm a panelist on here, and
Yep.
I
No,
was
we're
like,
getting
wait a
lots of
second. I'm not seeing anybody say anything. That's
getting
funny.
lots of
That is
yeses.
excellent, excellent. Well, guys, you're all in for a treat today. As I said in my emails, you all know that I'm a straight shooter. This isn't an affiliate ploy for me. This is basically an information grab for me as well as for you. At the top of the hour when we officially start this, I'll tell you a story of how this all came to be, and I think that you guys will be as excited as I am when after I tell you that quick story. But first of all, let's just find out where everybody's at. I'm always curious because it's 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Some afternoon. It's the time that I'm generally taking a nap or something silly like that. But where are you all located at? Kyle, if you're monitoring this, just throw some of those locations out for
Yeah,
us.
well, I'm waiting for them to start popping up.
Yeah, I'm always curious about that because my world's very small Houston.
Looks like we've got Connecticut, New Jersey, Germany, Bethesda, Maplewood, New Jersey, um, Arizona, Canada, Oklahoma, Alabama, Paris, France,
Nice.
Seattle.
See now, guys, you can call yourselves international speakers at this point in time. That's
Sure,
on your resume now.
it's official.
International speakers.
It's official.
So hey, yeah. So if the person that's in Phoenix, he's probably on this. He knows who I'm talking about. Get with me after this webinar because I want to make a webinar. These guys are going to be approached by a few more people to do a few more webinars. So just remember that you heard about it here first, and you are an innovator because guys, and gals, y'all are here. So that's always a cool feeling to know that you were there at the inception of something big, and this is going to be big. So here we go. What time do you guys say? I have about a minute out, and then I want to tell the story of a warm day in Austin, and it's the whole lead into this entire webinar today, and actually my introduction to you guys. So,
Very good.
and y'all just
Awesome. Yeah, I have noon.
okay. So just so everybody that's listening, I'm talking to two guys, and I'm going to do a formal introduction of these guys, but it's John and Kyle, and I'll let you know their last names in just a few minutes. But that's who I'm talking to. And they're the guys who are going to be running the show today. I'm simply doing the introduction, bringing them to you, and then let them do their magic. They have, I'll just let a little bit of the cat out of the bag. They have some case studies that they're going to show you that are interesting, to say the least. So that's some cool stuff. Okay, so let's do this. Let me do the countdown, official countdown, so I can get this recording correct on my end. 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Keith Baxter. Welcome to the Facebook Traffic Jam. How to make $2,500 per day on Facebook with paid traffic. And I will say that can be a conservative number once you understand what these guys are doing. I'm going to introduce these two gentlemen to you in just a few moments formally, but I want to tell you a quick story of how this all came to be. So I was running a mastermind in Austin, and at lunchtime, myself and a few guys split away and went to this restaurant called the Shady Grove Grill on Barton Springs Road in Austin, Texas. And there, we're sitting there. It's middle of the day. I think we all were drinking a margarita and eating some nachos. And a guy that was sitting in the stool next to me, an old friend of mine, his name is Julian Farley. Julian was asking me about this cloaking system that we have for Facebook. And so I was telling him about it and telling him about the pitfalls as well as the advantages and some of the things that we were able to do with it that blew me away because we weren't able to run offers, those types of offers, without that technology. And then he just started laughing. I remember this as clear as day. He just started laughing and says, "Keith, I've got to introduce you to a couple friends of mine." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Everything that you just described to me, they do legitimately and much bigger." So I said, "Oh yeah." So anybody that does that, I've got to know. So Julian, connected me initially with John Tarr, and John is one of the two guest presenters that's on this call today. And then John's partner is a gentleman by the name of Kyle Bell, and he's the other gentleman that's going to be presenting today. And so, I reached out to John. We had a little or actually Julian, connected us, and then, we had some correspondence back and forth, and then the idea of this webinar came to be. And, I'm very grateful to these guys for spending the afternoon. They are not gurus, meaning that while they have all the information that gurus have, if not more, they are doers and action takers, and that's just cool to me. So without further ado, let me do a formal introduction to these two guys, and I'll let them take it away. So John Tarr and Kyle Bell are the founders of Badass Media and drive traffic to some or for some of the biggest products on the web. John and Kyle have been behind the scenes on the traffic for two of the biggest products on ClickBank. They took one product from 300 sales per month to 32,000 sales in 4 months' time. Now, yes, I read that, but I'll let these guys take this a little bit further. John, Kyle, thanks for joining me. And, brothers, I'll let y'all take it away from here.
Thanks, Keith.
Cool. Thanks, Keith. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, we'll get right into it. I'm John, and I'll introduce Kyle here in just a second. Kyle's the brains behind our operation. To tell you how non-techie I am, I couldn't even get my PowerPoint to work right today. So you don't get little fancy bullets that come up one at a time. These are going to come up at you all at once, but just stay with us. And I'll walk you through some of the things that we've done, what we'll cover a little bit today. This is going to be like no training that you've had, hopefully. So it's not going to be your typical webinar, which is 97% pitch and 3% content. We're going to kind of flip it around on you. So I will tell you a little bit about us and how we got to get into Facebook marketing a little bit and other stuff. We'll talk a little bit about Facebook. If you're not on there now driving traffic, why you need to be on there. And we'll talk about why Facebook hates you, because they do. Facebook does not like direct response marketers, which if you're on this webinar, you probably are. So not big fans of us. So we're going to cover that, but we're going to tell you how to deal with that. So we'll set up the challenges for you, and then we'll tell you how to get around those challenges legitimately. And the most exciting thing that Kyle is really going to cover, we're going to give you 3 different cut and paste campaigns that you can start implementing today. These are actual campaigns that we ran for results. This is not theory. This is stuff that we've tested. So we'll go through that, and you have some questions at the end. We're going to answer those, and we'll give you just a little small pitch at the end and tell you how you can work with us. But this is primarily all going to be content. Now let's go first things first. Let's talk about, we're giving away millions of dollars today. Let me explain what I mean by that. Again, not a typical webinar. We're going to get into some real heavy-duty content. If you are new to Facebook, some of this stuff you might not understand, but just ask us questions at the end so that we can answer those, and we'll walk you through these campaigns that we're talking about. So don't be afraid to, don't be shy at the end of this. But let me tell you how I figure we're giving away millions of dollars. Just one of these campaigns, and you're going to see our numbers on here, real, live, legitimate numbers. Just one of these campaigns can make you $500 a day minimum. Now, we make $2,500 a day on some of these campaigns. We run multiple campaigns daily, and we figure there were over 400 people signed up for this training. So if you do that math, $500 a day, 365 days, this is the bare minimum, I might add. That's $182,000 a year times 400 people. That's $73 million bucks. And so do us a favor and do your part as soon as you get off this webinar and go implement these campaigns and start making some money. So, all right. So grab a pen, piece of paper. You're going to learn something, and you'll be able to take away from these campaigns here today. Now, no one knows us. That's probably good. You're probably unaware of who we are. We kind of like to roll that way. We sort of fly under the radar. We're fairly connected within the internet marketing circle because I used to work for Ryan and Perry at Idea Incubator, so I met a lot of people over there. I'm also friends with Frank Kern. I was in his mastermind 3 or 4 years ago. So I've been around a little bit, but like I say, under the radar. I don't have my own products. Typically, we drive traffic for people that have products that we have as consulting clients, or we drive affiliate offers, which we're going to get into. If you have heard of me and Kyle, you heard of us because we took a survival product in June. We came on in July to run traffic for this product. They were doing about 300 units per month as of June 2012. Kyle and I took that product, and by November of 2012, we were doing 32,000 units a month. That's front-end units. That doesn't include back-end units. So we took it from 300 to 32,000. That wasn't just with Facebook traffic, but it was with paid traffic. We are paid traffic guys, but a lot of it was with Facebook traffic. So my partner, Kyle, say hi.
Hey guys. Hey John, I don't know if some of you guys could type in maybe questions. John, are you scrolling through your PowerPoint? Because I can't see it on mine. I just see the main.
Yeah.
Can anybody else see
Yeah,
that
man.
PowerPoint presentation? Did he flip
Yeah,
it through?
John, all I see is the see, you really aren't very technical, brother, and I like that. So
Yeah,
all we're
right.
seeing is Facebook traffic jam, your initial PowerPoint slide. That's all we're seeing.
Really? Well, I don't. Let's see.
Have you hit next? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, barely. I'm working on it over here. Yeah, man, I don't know. I've got, it's telling me that everybody can see my screen. It says showing screen. So,
I tell you what, send it over to me for a second, and then
Yeah.
I'll send it back to you, and we'll see if that helps. Guys, I appreciate everybody's,
Oh, there it
there we
goes.
go. Okay. Yep, it's working now.
yeah.
Awesome,
Okay,
brother.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so just shout out if I do that again for whatever reason. But
You got guys
so
telling you
yeah,
to
so
just hit the
Kyle
space bar,
is
John.
what's that?
I said you got guys just telling you on the chat to just hit the space
Yeah,
bar to move
nice.
forward.
Hit the space bar, baby. Thank you for the technical advice. Yeah, so Kyle is my partner. Kyle I affectionately called the Facebook Whisperer. When we started running Facebook traffic in June of last year, it's the first time we'd ever ran Facebook traffic. We started that with a couple different products, which I'll show you. And Kyle is absolutely the best person I know at figuring out ninja tricks to work with Facebook's platform to make everything legit and to get you high click-through rates and high conversion rates. Those are the only two things that matter on Facebook, and they both are very important. Your click-through rate is extremely important. We're going to get into that, and that's going to lead to conversions, lower cost per click, all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into those, and then Kyle's going to take you through those campaigns. But again, sorry, Kyle, we got off track there, but at least people know who you are now.
No problem.
All right, so like we mentioned, Kyle and I own and operate a company called Badass Media. We consult and run traffic for some of the biggest info publishing companies in the world. Chances are, if there are products on ClickBank that are at the top of ClickBank, we're actually the ones running the traffic for those guys. So most of the people that we run offers in the fitness niche, we run offers in the dating niche, we've done survival. It really doesn't matter the niche. we've been running traffic to it. Adult dating, all kinds of different things. So we're not just one niche specific. These campaigns that we're going to show you are going to work for any niche. And so you guys have heard of some affiliate companies. We're going to show you, ClickBooth, Convert to Media, some of these companies. Facebook does not like these companies. They don't like running affiliate offers. We run these offers on Facebook all the time. That's the second part of our business. That's where we generally make the most amount of our money, is through running affiliate offers. So these campaigns that we're going to show you can run and work for you if you do not have your own product. So if you're not connected with publishers like we are, and you don't have your own product, that's okay, because we make the majority of our money every day off of running affiliate products. We do not have a lot of products. And these campaigns that we're going to show you have been developed by testing these affiliate offers and the offers for our publishers that we work with. So today, when we talk to you, we're not talking about theory. We're talking about actual results based on testing. And we're not talking about actual results from 2 years ago. We're talking about actual results from yesterday in one of the campaigns that I'm going to show you. So we did that campaign specifically for you guys so that you would see kind of what we're talking about. So this is the real deal. And as you follow along, hopefully you'll pick up this stuff. And let's talk about some of the results we've had, which is going to take you guys through these campaigns. These are the results we had with these specific campaigns that we're going to show you. We ran 100% ROI for 92 days on Facebook. We were spending $5,000 a day on a survival product. We're going to show you that campaign. We're going to show you everything that we did wrong with that campaign, how you can improve it, and we'll show you test results from yesterday on that specific campaign. We run about $2,500 a day promoting an affiliate diet supplement offer. This is known as the Ball Game campaign. We're going to show you that campaign today as well. Another campaign that's real similar, we run about 23 cents per lead into a squeeze page in the diet and fitness niche. So you're going to see how we do that today as well. So if you have an awesome autoresponder, you can lock these people in and do really well. One particular campaign that we ran, we had 10,000 clicks in an hour at about 9 cents a click in the health and dieting niche. And in that same niche, when we would advertise on Google, those clicks would be $5 each. And on the 23 cent leads we were talking about, we run about 58% opt-in rate to cold traffic. These things here that we're going to reveal to you today, I'll show you how you can get that. And I realize that those are pretty intense numbers, but it's very possible. And of course, it's going to vary by the niche, but that's some of the stuff you can see. When people get on here, like he said earlier, to start out with, they start showing pictures of their cars and they talk about how great they are. And that's not really my intent here. I want you guys to have a little background on where we've been and what we do. And at the end of the day, you'll get to decide at the end of this presentation if you think that this information was worthwhile, because you don't really care about us, you care about you. So that's what we're here to do, because we like Keith and we value him and we want to give really good information to his folks. So stay with us, because we're going to get to the good stuff now and focus on making you some money with your Facebook campaigns. So let's talk a little before I do that on why you need Facebook, and the reason I want to focus on this for a minute is because I talk to so many marketers out there that just don't mess with Facebook. They're a pain in the ass. And if you've worked with Facebook, you know this. I mean, they're slapping ads, they're shutting accounts down, they do all kinds of stuff. It's very difficult to talk to somebody over there if you don't know kind of the ins and outs of the system. So a lot of people just avoid them altogether. You don't have to. You don't have to avoid Facebook. And you need to be on Facebook, and because, as you know, it's the #1 website on the internet. Gets more traffic than Google, gets more traffic than anybody out there. And people say you can't make money on Facebook. Completely not true. And here's why. This is something to understand. Most marketers don't understand how to market on Facebook, and for that reason, it's not saturated like Google pay-per-click is, or some of the other traffic sources. You can run your offers, you can run under the radar, you can get a ton of clicks on Facebook because very, very, very few marketers are on there because they don't want to deal with the Facebook headaches. Hopefully today we'll show you how to get around some of those headaches, and we'll open up Facebook as a possibility for you. Now, as I mentioned before, you can get clicks as cheap as 3 cents each, 9 cents, 7 cents, and I mean thousands of clicks. I don't mean a few. When we were driving traffic to this survival offer I'm going to show you, we were getting 17-cent clicks to cold traffic at the rate of about 25,000 uniques a day for 92 days. So, I mean, there's a ton of traffic on there, and it's really cheap. It's cheap traffic, and I know that's, you know, always the new thing in internet marketing, traffic and cheap traffic, and it's really sexy, and then it ends up being something that's not really legit. But with Facebook, most publishers are going to tell you, if they do their numbers and they can track their numbers, they're going to tell you that Facebook is by far the highest quality traffic that they get. And that is feedback from our clients in the diet niche, in the relationship niche, in the survival niche. Facebook customers are worth more money to you than other customers. So not only can you get really cheap traffic on Facebook, it's going to be really good quality traffic too, which is also very important. So with that said, I think you can literally dominate your market with Facebook traffic. And in fact, if you have a product yourself and you don't really want to scale up, you could just run Facebook traffic. I mean, you wouldn't really have to run traffic any other place. You could just run it on Facebook. So now there's a problem though, and the problem is Facebook doesn't like you. They do not like direct response marketers. And so they're constantly banning products. They're constantly slapping different offers and things like that if you don't know how to work with them. So to them, everything about direct response is spam. They don't like it. They want to work with GM. They want to work with stupid big companies that want to throw their money away and just do branding type stuff. So when they see our type of advertising, mind you, advertising that really works, they have no interest in it, and to them it's spam. So they don't want to deal with direct marketers at all, and they really don't like affiliate offers. In fact, Facebook terms and conditions, if you read stuff, they will not let you run an affiliate offer. I mean, they're not going to care. Here's the thing, you can fly under the radar, which is kind of what we do. But there's some different tricks that we use to fly under the radar so that we don't get our accounts slapped, and so that we can work with our ad reps and things like that to run affiliate offers. It's sort of a don't ask, don't tell thing for us. But at the end of the day, they can slap your account for running affiliate offers. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So if you're on the webinar, Facebook doesn't like you. We've established that. So there's some things you can do about it. You're going to deal with it. Don't bitch and moan. It is what it is. It's kind of like the Google slap, 4 or 5 years ago. It is what it is. Complaining and things like that's not going to do you any good. You just got to figure out ways to work within the system, and that's what we're going to give you today. We're going to show you ways that you can work with Facebook to maximize the traffic, fly under the radar, and keep them from slapping your accounts. So if you're running Facebook traffic right now, here's some of the challenges you have. One, you're having a hard time getting your ads approved. That happens when you first start out. You're not getting ads approved. They're getting turned down, and you have no idea why. One ad will get approved, then they'll turn around and turn it down a day later. Seems like just when you get a winning ad, it's like they'll turn it down. Another thing with Facebook, when you start out with them, your account spend limit is limited to a very small amount, and it's hard to get an increase. I mean, you have to start out spending $250 a day, $200 a day. There's some ways around this. We're not going to get into that on this call here, but that's one of the limits of Facebook when you're just starting out. The big thing, and the one thing I want you to pay attention to on this training, is that your click-through rates suck, and it's costing you money by paying more per click. Now, I think you guys can figure this out, but Facebook works on an algorithm like any publisher, and so the higher click-through rate, the lower your cost per click. And the reason is they know how much they need to get on their side per click. So if your click-through rate is twice as much as, or twice as high as another guy's click-through rate, you're going to pay half as much for that ad. Does that make sense? So Kyle, did that make sense when I said that? Mr.
Hey,
Kyle?
John, it's Keith. Yeah, it made sense
Well,
to me.
Kyle must not be there.
Yeah, no, I was taking
It
my
made-
my
it made
mic
sense.
off.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks. So it's huge. Oh, no worries. So just wanted to make sure I said that the right way. So if you can get really high click-through rates, you're going to get really cheap clicks, and that's what we're really focusing on today, is how to get you high click-through rates. So pay attention to that because it's huge. And where that becomes really, really important is if you're in a high-cost niche. If you're in an internet marketing niche, clicks are really high. If you're in a diet and fitness niche, clicks are really high. And so you have to have high click-through rates in order to get lower cost per click. And what happens is then if you know how to get a high click-through rate, the people that you're competing with can't touch you. They compete with you because you're going to get higher click-through rates. You can outspend them every time. So there's a trick to that. Kyle's going to show you that in the campaign. So also, you may have your account, your product banned, and that's not a permanent thing, by the way. We're running a product for a client that was banned originally, so that's not 100% done deal once they ban your product. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, they banned my product, don't worry about it. There's ways that you can get back on with Facebook. But these are some of the challenges you face. So now we're going to take you through these 3 cut and paste campaigns that we have so that you can do these, start making money today. The first one, mind you, is old. We started running this campaign in September, and you're not going to use it, but what you're going to do, it's going to give you some context about how the others were born. You're going to get to see all the mistakes that we made while running these campaigns, and so that'll help you also to think outside the box when you're doing your own campaigns, hopefully anyway. So these 2 that you're going to get step by step today, you'll start using today. And the third, really, you can profit from, but we're going to show you why it's not the optimal campaign. Let me tell you how this came about with these campaigns, and it was by complete accident. And here's the thing. I was running a survival product called Sold Out After Crisis, and started running that product in June and had a really high, I had a great ROI. I was ROIing about 100% a day. We were spending maybe $1,500 a day, but we kept getting the account slapped over and over and over. They would slap our ads, not the account, but our ads. And then, we couldn't figure out why, because they were approving them, all this kind of stuff, and we just started. So we figured out that they didn't really like that I was taking them outside of Facebook. Now, I didn't cloak or anything like that. We didn't do any of that. But what we were trying to figure out, we got away from Facebook for a little while, came back in September, and decided, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a fan page. And on that fan page, I'm going to make a post, and on that post, I'm going to run traffic to it and see how it goes. So basically, we had to keep them on the page, and the post was an offer. It was just an offer, and I'm going to show it to you because it's still up there. So if you look at your screen here, I'm going to show you the ad, but let me tell you what happened. I forgot the ad's running. I put the ad up, and I was so busy running some other traffic, I forgot about it. And the publisher called me, so where are all these sales coming from? And I'm looking at my tracking, I don't see any. I don't know. I don't think it's me. Why didn't I was just setting that campaign up as a test, and I had completely forgotten that it was running, and it's making $1,000 a day or whatever. There's a case study video on our website that you can switch through this. But the thing that made it so profitable is that the ad started out, it had a 5.5% click-through rate. I didn't know it was going, and I thought I'd shut down after a couple hours, and the results were just absolutely incredible to this thing. And this is the one that ran for 92 days, and we ended up spending $5,000 a day on this particular ad, and our lion 100%. I didn't change the ad. I didn't change anything. We would just target different people, but bottom line is you do a lot of things wrong, which I'm going to show you that we did a lot of things wrong, and you can still make money on Facebook. And the money comes from that high click-through rate and your low cost per click, and of course if it's a good offer. But let me show you a couple of lessons here before I show you the ad. If you're running Facebook traffic, what we've learned is you always run to a fan page, always. And you want to run your ads to a Facebook post. Some of you already know this, some of you do not. And if possible, you want to have an image and a call to action. I mean, most of you are pretty smart marketers, so you understand a call to action. But I want you to understand post, image, that's the way to get really high click-through rates, etc. So why? Why do you want to do all these things? Well, Facebook is going to charge you less to run to a post. So that's why you want to do that. They're going to approve your ad much faster. No more waiting 2 days to have an ad approved. You'll get your ad approved in 20, 25 minutes, sometimes a little longer. But what I'll show you on this post is a real trick. You're going to build up your social proof because you're going to get a bunch of likes and a bunch of comments to this post because you're driving paid traffic to it, and thousands of people are going to see this. They don't have to click on that ad to like your post, so you're also going to build up your fan page, which is going to help you target a little bit better. All stuff we're not going to cover here today, but I want you to understand exactly why we do this kind of stuff. So here is the ad. If you take a look at your screen, the one right in the middle, and so I want to point out a couple of things here. This is our Concerned Patriots page. I think today there's 67,000 or 68,000 fans. We started that in September. We don't run a lot of traffic. We probably haven't ran traffic to this for 3 months. But if you look at the middle post on the left-hand side, you're going to see a couple of things. See how generic this ad is. Do you have 37 critical food items you should stockpile for a crisis? Click on link to watch the video. That's it. Now, you can notice there's a couple of different posts on here that are promoters. You don't want to do that. Again, did a lot of things wrong to start out with. So just put posts up there because we're like, we're going to sell some shit, man. That's what we're going to do. That's why we got a Facebook page. Anyway, here's what I want to talk to you about. Look at the likes. There's 60. Is when people see your ad, they're going to see those ads. And so it compels them to click on the ad. It's sort of a viral thing, and I'm not a big viral marketer type of guy, and that's not what this presentation is about. But it does. You think, geez, man, 62,000 people like that. What the hell all about? I got to check that out. Or, 19,000 comments. And on those comments, we didn't even delete comments. You get these nasty Facebook comments. It was cool because they'd fight amongst themselves. It was such an awesome thing, and it provided us so much social proof because guys would be like, I bought this product, it rocks, and, another guy would be like, scam. And they're like, no, it's not a scam. So it really helped with our marketing. And that's the post that we use right there. And I would encourage you to do that because I was going to take you through how we've improved it. So those numbers are real numbers. That comes right out the Concerned Patriots page. So lessons that we learn, more lessons. Don't spam your page. Don't post a product for sale every day. We're going to show you how to do, not on this thing, but you can do what's called a dark post if you understand how to do that. And a dark post won't even show up on your page, but you can promote your offer. So that's cool. Use an image. Oops, didn't use an image on that particular ad, so there was no image for them to click on. Click loss. I'm going to explain what click loss is for an ad like that and how you can get around it, because that's what Kyle's going to show you today. And click loss is huge when you do a post like that. So we've improved this so that we have hardly any click loss, and I'll show you that test in a second. And then finally, as you guys already know, guy by the name of Dan Kennedy, fairly decent marketer, says it's the offer stupid. And it's a thing, it was the offer stupid on this one. We did so many things wrong and still made a ton of money. So you don't have to be perfect when you get out there. All you have to do is take some action and get some stuff going. So you have anything to add there, Kyle?
No, I mean, we'll go over some of those other things when we actually break down how we do the ads.
Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome. So again, despite all that, we made 5 grand a day for 92 days. We did all those things wrong because we didn't know any better. And, we said, what if? What if we knew then what we knew now? And I've got my dad up here because my dad used to tell me, I said to him, Dad, geez, man, if I only knew then what I know now. And he said, well, you're going to be saying that the rest of your life. And it's so true. And it's especially true with Facebook because we learn so much every single day that we do this. We drive so much traffic and we get to test so many different things that we're seeing a lot of stuff. And here is what we know now. So you're going to get the benefit of this. So you always want to use a clickable image. That's one. And I'm going to show you in this test that we ran yesterday what I mean. So we ran a test, a split test, specifically for you guys on this webinar to show you some statistics about what we're talking about with click loss and those kind of things. So click loss, you'll understand what it is at the end of this. But basically, someone's got to click on your ad, and then they have to click on the link on the post. And many of those people never make it to that link because they'll click on your ad, they'll go to your page, they kind of get lost and things like that. So with that being said, click loss is a big deal, and we were losing 30 to 40% of the clicks we were getting. Now, the clicks were so inexpensive, it really didn't matter because our CPA, our cost per acquisition, was dialed in where we needed it to be. But if we could recoup those clicks, it would greatly expand our ROI, which is what I'm going to show you in a second. So that campaign could still work. You could go out and make money with that campaign today on a product, but if you do it the way we're going to show you, you'll make money today times 4 or 5. So let me show you again what I mean. If you look at this and look at my screen, you can see the middle post, and you're going to see that click right there. So now that they've come to this post, they have to again click on this link. So you're going to have some click loss. Now here's an ad that we ran yesterday for a product that we drive some traffic for called Pandora's Box. It's a relationship product. It's how to pick up women. It's in the dating niche and things like that. We do not run the adult version of this to Facebook, but we do run like a PG-13 version of this. So here's the ad that we ran. Imagine you can land your dream girl using this one weird trick. Seems like you can do anything nowadays using one weird trick. It's kind of cool. But anyway, here's our image that we had. This image was awesome. But I'm going to show you, here's the post. This is what we did. So we had, I set it up just like I did Sold Out After Crisis campaign, and you can see here that the link is right in there. So the link is there just like Sold Out After Crisis. I didn't change anything. And you've got the image, and you can see the comments and stuff like that. So I'll let you take a look at that post real quick before I move on. Take a little drink there. And this is the second ad. Now, it's got a different image. There's a reason for that. When I ran that ad, Facebook doesn't like you to have text in an image. So they ended up denying my ad the next day, which Kyle knows better, but I ran that test. Like I say, he's a smart one. So this one is a little bit different, but as you can see, it's not nearly as provocative. It's just a nice face picture, things like that. It says the same thing. And you can see this post here. Now, I want you to take a look at this post because the way we ran it, this whole post is clickable. You don't even see a link right there. You don't even see a link in this post. Hey, Kyle, do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. So, like John was saying, one of the things we were noticing, and it really came out when we did a video test, when we got 10,000 clicks to a post, and we weren't getting very many to the actual sales video. So, and like John said, we don't know anything about IT or tech stuff. So we sit there and we're like, how can we make it so when the people click on an ad, it actually goes to the page we want them to go to instead of to a page post where they then have to click on another link. So it took us a while to figure it out, but now you can see that on the left, there's no link like in the description. That whole box, the image, that blue title where it says Land Your Dream Girl, the controversial video, anywhere you click on that text, on that image, it will send you straight to a sales video and we know from experience, but it's fairly widely known that people are more likely to click on an image than they are text. So if you take the post on the right, people would go and they'd click on that image, make women want you. And then I don't know if you guys are familiar enough with Facebook, but what that does is that pulls that image up in another Facebook page with the text next to it. And then they got to click a link again if they want to actually go to that page. So people are clicking sometimes 3 times to get to where they need to be versus 1. So we'll show you the results from the actual clicks here in a second, but that's kind of a brief rundown of why we tried to figure something out that would work like that. Back to you.
Yeah, and a little ninja trick, if you really want to set this ad off, and we were in a hurry when we ran this test, but put a play button over the image. That really increases everything. So, okay, awesome. So this is from the first ad. And Kyle, I'll let you explain this. Our click-through rate on this is 1.119%. Our average price per click is 37 cents. And we had 1,368 clicks. Explain why our click-through rate here was a little bit lower.
Well, I don't know how many of you guys advertise on Facebook. A click-through rate of 1.119 is super high. Facebook starts rewarding you with cheaper clicks, anything over like 0.2. So I mean, we way are over that, but we try and set our minimum as about 1%, and that's kind of for a bad ad. We want to get 4 or 5% click-through rates is kind of where we aim, because it just makes the cost per click so much cheaper, and we'll show you that here in a little bit. But the part of the reason these click-through rates were low is because we didn't. We wanted to show you guys a different of ad placement. This ad was an ad placed on the right-hand side. And one of the things we can show you guys is how to put ads only in desktop feeds, which catapult your click-through rates.
Yeah, so if you get if your click-through rate is high enough, like we talked about, and Kyle and I will get on the phone and be like, oh, that click-through rate sucks, it's only 1.25, which most people would be like, oh my God, 1.25. But if you don't have to be real bright, thank God for us, if your click-through rates are 4 or 5%, because your clicks are going to be so inexpensive that even if the product doesn't convert very well, you're going to make money. So thankfully, for Kyle and I, you don't have to be real bright to do this. And here is the second ad. 4.182% click-through rate, 2,258 clicks, and we paid 12 cents per click here. And keep in mind, this is in the diet or in the dating niche, in the relationship niche. So pretty awesome click-through rate there. Let me go through some other stats here. These stats are side by side. So if you see this, the first one, we had 1,300 clicks. This was, Kyle, let me let you explain this, because you put this together when you're talking about clicks to VSL, click-through rates, et cetera.
Yeah, sure. So you guys just saw those ads, those screenshots. John, can you go back real quick, just so I can show them like the dates on the Facebook page? Go back one slide. Do you have that?
Yeah, I might be able to. I'll go back. I'll go, what's that?
Nothing.
Well, I have fleeting skills. There you go.
So you guys see, it says June 12th,
Yeah, right.
just today. So you can see that this was just from yesterday. But as you can see, our total clicks were 2,258. Click-through rate was 4.182. We spent 262. Just so you guys know that we're actually pulling this data from these slides. So anyway, okay, go to the next one, John.
Right there.
Yeah. So what we did is, so you guys could get a glimpse of the impact of the click-through rate, but also the impact of what the change in how we did that post actually, get you to where you need to be. So this top one is the one that was the one we did first, with the text on the image, had the lower click-through rate. We were paying 37 cents a click. Of those 1,368 clicks, only 261 clicks made it to the VSL. So of our 1,368 clicks, only 19% of those actually made it to where we wanted them to go, and we spent $500 doing that. And in contrast, in fact, I tried to stop this ad when it got to about 1,300 clicks, but even after I paused it, there were just so many people clicking on it that it ran up another, almost 900 clicks after I had paused it. And the click-through rate was 4.1%, which is kind of where we like our click-through rate to be, which made our cost per click go down to 12 cents. But the coolest thing, the biggest difference, was that now instead of 19% of the clicks going to the VSL or the video sales letter where we wanted them to go, that one trick and how we did that post, we're now getting 68% of the clicks. So now 1,542 clicks actually made it to the sales page. So we had 1,300 more clicks for 250 less bucks just from switching that, um, one little post and posting it like we show you guys, or that I'll show you here in a couple seconds. So pretty incredible results. And obviously, if you guys know, conversion rates, if you have a 1% conversion rate and you only have 261 clicks, you're going to get 2 sales. If you have a 1% conversion, you're going to get 15 sales for half the money. So just that's what John and I talk about. If we would have known that, we were making 5,000 a day profit, getting based off of these numbers. Imagine if we had, 3 times those clicks actually getting to where they were supposed to be. But live and learn, I suppose. So
Yeah,
anyway, that's
absolutely. Yeah, and basically, and here's something to point out. So offer one had a negative 60% ROI. And when I say that, keep in mind that we didn't optimize it. We didn't really do a lot of specific targeting. That offer could have gotten to be a positive ROI fairly quickly for us, but there was just too much click loss, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. The new ad with the clickable image had 185% ROI. And that's just starting out on Facebook. The longer you run your ad on Facebook, the better your click-through rates, believe it or not, gets, and the cheaper your clicks get. And so, that would be a 200% ROI campaign right there that could run day after day after day at volume, especially in the niche. So keep that in mind. And one thing I want to point out real quick, just quickly, is that your offer is not going to convert to Facebook like it would to other traffic. So when you're running Facebook stuff, always keep in mind what you want your cost per acquisition to be. That's the most important thing, because you're going to get very, very inexpensive clicks, and you're going to be like, man, this thing's not converting at all. Facebook doesn't convert. Well, Facebook doesn't convert like other traffic sources convert, but at the end of the day, it's all about your cost per acquisition. So 5th grade math, if you can spend $40 and make 80, that's a way to go. Okay, now Kyle's going to take you through exactly how to set this campaign up so that you can use it. So Kyle,
all right.
You want to take over here?
Yeah, let me see if I can take control of the screen here. Yes, let's show my screen. Can everybody see my screen now? John, Keith?
I can't, but
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay.
It looks good. The man zone.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm inside.
yeah, I see it now.
One of the things we'll have you guys start to use is a thing called Power Editor. And if you haven't used it or you don't know what it is, you're really missing out, because this is where all the money's made inside of Facebook. And inside your ads manager, there's a little button that it says Power Editor, and you just click on it and it sends you to this area. Now, for the sake of this, I kind of went ahead and filled in some of this information so we didn't have to spend 6 hours while I was trying to get links and tying everything in. But so inside the Power Editor, one of the options you can do is manage pages. So you see up at the left-hand screen, there's a manage pages, and you can switch between pages if you have them. But one of the things it allows you to do here is create one of those posts that I showed you how to make. And 2, it allows you to not necessarily have to post it to your page to be able to advertise to it. And this is what we call a dark post, because it doesn't actually go to your page, but you're still able to advertise to it. So what we were looking for is, how do you get an image that's all clickable, get rid of the text with a link, because you end up losing 80% of the clicks that you pay for. So this is the solution. This is how you do it. You get in there, you click on create a post, and you click on link, this type of link post, and then you just kind of fill this information out. If you want text above the image, you would write it right here in this post box. I don't write anything there because I don't want anything above my image. I just want the whole thing that they see when they click on it to send them to my VSL. And I'll create this ad in a second so you guys can see what it looks like. Then you put a name right here. There's little descriptions. You put the caption in of what you want it to say underneath the this little blue headline, and then you just put your description. Again, all of these things are going to be clickable along with the image, and you have to have a URL for an image. You can't just upload one. So um, you fill that out. It's literally that easy. You don't put, now again, it's easy now because we figured out how to do it. For 6 months we struggled and lost 80% of our clicks. So you guys are getting a big head start on the learning curve here. Um, Again, I don't put anything for languages for this post. I don't put anything for a target. You can target specific countries if you want. I'm not going to for the sake of this post. But then what you do is create post. So again, you created it inside your Power Editor. At this point, you can advertise to that post, and there it is. So this is what it looks like. Free video presentation. Again, all of this stuff, once it goes live, is clickable, and it will send you straight to that sales video. So no more sending to a different post, no more clicking on an image, which opens up another window, and then you got to click on a link. This is what happens. This is what you guys want to be doing to get super cheap clicks and excellent clicks through to your VSL. So I can't stress how big that is, and then you would just go on and promote it like a typical page promotion, which is just one of the basic functions. But that's where your gravy's made. So that's one of the campaigns. That's probably one of the biggest secrets we found out recently, and that's from that's the same post we did yesterday for those stats that we showed you guys. So literally, just take that. You can copy it, do whatever you want with it. Go grab a link for some relationship offer and put it in there and start making some money. Again, John talked about we didn't optimize. I mean, those were the same targets that we did for both those campaigns. You guys could get a lot more targeted and probably make a lot more money than I think we spent $260 and made like 700 or something on that one, 800. So go for it. Take it. Do whatever you need on that one. John, did you want me to do the splash post one, or do you want me to hang on to that for a second?
Yeah, I'm going to get into it next. I'm going to show them the stats on it. So to show them sort of the same thing, so that they can see that. But cool, man. So I'll go to that whenever you're ready.
Okay. I think I'm ready. I'm getting a couple questions. Let me answer a couple of these.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you show how to promote a post? From inside Power Editor, I will show you. Do you publish that post or not? That question is Dennis. Dennis, it depends. If this is the first one, you already saw on our page that we had one ad posted. So I would not post this one, or I would not publish it. To publish it, all you do is push publish and then upload over here on the right-hand side of the screen. And that would publish it to your page. But because we already have that same exact ad on our fan page, I probably won't promote it, or I probably won't publish it. And the reason you would not do that is, say you had one ad targeting, age 45 to 47-year-old males, and then you wanted another ad to target 62 to 84-year-olds, but you wanted to test a different headline, or maybe you were just testing the same age demographic and same target, but maybe you were switching up an image and you wanted to see which gave you a better click-through rate. Either way, you don't have to publish them, and you don't want to. One of the things you noticed from that Sold Out After Crisis campaign is every post on our page was an ad, and people would get sick of that. This way, you can post great content and not have to post ads every 5 seconds, because you can just keep them dark. To promote these pages, I'll just go real quick. If you sign into again, this is inside Power Editor. If you can just switch between your ads account, you would just go to create ad. I'll just throw it in here. I'm not going to publish it or anything. You would name it test ad, and then publish for a Facebook page using a fan post. You would just go to that one. And if you're in Power Editor, it will bring up your most recent one. So this is that post we just did. It's not published or anything, but that's how you would do it. And then you just walk through, the rest of Facebook's typical advertising steps, and then you click upload when you're done, and it sends it to Facebook's ads platform, and you're good to go. And that's kind of a quick and dirty. I know I could probably spend 4 days on some of these other things, but that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it, and that'll get you a good start if you guys want to go out and start doing some of those things today. Yes, there is a way to use categories for targeting. If you're not familiar with Power Editor, all that stuff is in here still. So if you can do it in normal Facebook ads, you can still do it in all of this Power Editor. So John, you can take it back.
Yeah, cool, man. That sounds good. So yeah, just I guess just send it back over to me and let me know when you can see my screen.
All right. Again, we're not the tech guys that we probably should be.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Luckily for us.
exactly. Yeah, luckily you don't need to be. Um, it's a good thing. But okay, cool. So should be back on. So can you see me, Kyle? Can you
Yep,
hear
I
me now?
gotcha. Yep, I gotcha.
Okay, cool. So that was the clickable image campaign. That's awesome. That's working really well for us. And obviously, like I say, if you can cut down on the click loss and increase your click-through rate, that's the name of the game. And you can definitely do that with that campaign. So now I'm going to take you through one of our biggest campaigns that we've done. I'll take you through kind of how we came about with this campaign. And we haven't really shared this with anybody out there. I mean, man, I don't know who we've shared this with, but this was a campaign. We were doing about $2,500 a day per campaign for some of our Click Booth diet supplement offers, green coffee, and some other stuff. But we had the same problem with that campaign that we had with Sold Out After Crisis on the green coffee, which was we couldn't, we had the link up there, and we needed to find, we needed to click to stop losing clicks, but we didn't want to send them direct to a landing page either, because when they went direct from the clicking on it and then they just get a sign up landing page, they don't really know what the hell's going on. Now, Facebook does not require you to send them to a big landing page, and if some of you guys are affiliates or run traffic across all kinds of different media, you know what I'm talking about. They basically on these diet supplement offers, you have to send them to a landing page that's FDA approved and things like that. Facebook does not require this, and if you get approval from your publisher, like ClickBooth or whatever, they don't require it either. So they don't really care what you do. They'll send it directly to the form, but it doesn't convert worth a damn. So we had to figure out, okay, how do we stop click loss and how do we get the conversions up in this? So I'll show you kind of what we did. Kyle came up with this. He started playing around, and he basically came up with what he calls the ball game campaign. And he made the sub ID. The reason we call it the ball game campaign, he's like, because if I can get this thing to work, it's ball game. We're going to make a ton of dough. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm going to show you our stats before the ball game campaign. And they were still pretty good because we were making money off of this offer. We just weren't making the money we wanted to make. So you can see here we were getting a $36 CPA. We had 1,136 clicks, 24 conversions. We made $864. Our EPC was like 76 cents. And I think our average cost per click in that market, once we get an ad going, is what, Kyle, like 40 cents maybe?
Yeah, somewhere between 40 and
Take or
50
give?
cents. Yep.
Okay, so we're still ROIing 40 or 50% a day, which is better than actually getting a job and working for a living. So it's not too bad. But now I'm going to show you what happened after this ball game campaign. So kind of soak those stats in for a second. Those are real stats. They come right out of ClickBooth. Then you go to the ball game campaign, and you can see we took these right after it started. So, and I've got new stats. They're in the webpage. They're on a case study, but I wanted to show you guys this. 460 clicks, 46 conversions, 10% conversion percentage, and 1,748 in revenue, $3.80 EPC. Obviously, based on what Kyle just told you of our average click, that's a hell of a lot of money. That's a huge ROI. And that's what happened after this campaign here. So those are the stats, and Kyle is going to take you through this campaign. But before he does that, I'm going to tell you what is awesome about this campaign and why you should start using this in some of your marketing. And the first thing is this little post that Kyle is going to show you. It's going to open inside the Facebook page. So it's going to open, and he'll show it to you. It just opens right inside, like right inside this little post. and therefore the client doesn't have to leave Facebook. They don't have to click. No new window is going to open. It opens right in that. So it keeps the user on Facebook, which according to Facebook, remember, gives you really cheap clicks. Facebook, if you try to take someone off Facebook, they will charge you at least 50 to 100% more per click. So this helps. The second thing that it'll do is it's going to get most of your people to the offer. So once they click on this, they're going to the offer. So you're going to eliminate click loss like we talked about before. And then finally, there's a little bitty landing page in the middle of this offer. And for different offers, you're going to have to change it up a little bit. The landing page doesn't distract, but it tells you what to do now. It says, hey, if you want to get your free trial of green coffee, then click right here. And so that saved us from, we were losing a lot of conversions because people were clicking and then going straight to the green coffee lander. And if you guys have ever seen these kind of things, you know what I'm talking about. I won't necessarily take you through it, but I will show you that this works. So Kyle, I'm going to turn it back over to you, man, and I'm going to let you show them exactly how to set up this campaign and what tools you use and exactly how to do it.
Very good.
All right, cool. And this campaign is super awesome, and it's going to work for any of your, I mean, really any affiliate offer it's going to work for. We've tested it to quite a few different offers, and, you know, of course, some convert better than others, and it depends on your targeting and things. But at the end of the day, this is an awesome campaign.
Yeah, so can you guys see my screen, John, Keith?
Yep.
I see it.
Okay, again, for the sake of speed, I've kind of pre-filled some of this stuff out. I'll show you where you can change it, but just so we're not on here for 3 hours. Anyway, this is a program called Splash Post, and I saw Sam had a question about iFrame. If you guys do know about iFrame, you know, we have some strategies that we use for that, where you actually keep them inside of Facebook to a Facebook tab and then redirect. And this is not that. This actually, Sam, what we're talking about is this actually, these people don't even leave their news feed. All this happens, their sales video, their click to the add to cart button, all happens inside their news feed, which is crazy. They don't even have to leave, like, you know, the post above is their mom had a birthday party. They get sold green coffee, and then below that they get, you know, one of their high school friends had a baby or something, right? So, I mean, they don't even leave and they're buying your product. So this is a program called Splash Post. And what you want to do when you get in here is there's several different templates. Depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you're looking to sign people up for email lists, you can give away a book and have them email opt in, and it ties into your Aweber account. This is one that we had run before. I'm just going to pre-fill most of the stuff. Again, some of these things are not what we would actually write, but just for the sake of argument, just to get one up. So anyway, you can change the title of this. So I'm going to show you, kind of walk you through the steps of what you need to do. Then I'm going to actually post this so you guys can see how it works and operates within Facebook. So here's, you can adjust this, you can change this, you can, you know, call it whatever you want. And then again, everything in here is pretty much customizable. You could customize this. In fact, I'm just going to delete that. Here, when you click on this, you just put a URL to wherever the video is. If it's on YouTube, if it's on, ours happens to be on Vimeo for this one that I just grabbed. And then you just click the green check mark. And then you can, in addition to being able to put, you know, that actually shows our ClickBooth link that we put in there. But you can also change whatever you want this to say. And this is, when you click on this button, this is where people will go when they click on the button. So if you want them to actually go after they watch this video, this pops up and they can click on get your free bottle here and actually go straight to the order page. There's no other, you don't have to send them to another sales page or anything else. So within Facebook, you can have your video, have a buy button, immediately send them straight to your order page after they watch your sales video. So pretty powerful stuff. So you just click the check mark right there, click next, and it will bring me to the next screen where we kind of have to fill out some other info for the page. Here you can also add an email gate and a share gate. We're not doing that on this offer, although there's a time and a place for that. If you wanted everybody to have to share it before they could get in, obviously that improves your the number of people that see it, but we're getting cheap clicks, so cheap that we don't want to have anybody say no just for that reason. So you could play around with that, see if it works for you. We're not going to do that for this post. Click next again. Sorry, it seems to be going.
You know, that'd be totally cool though. Now that you said that, to like, especially in those free trials, to be like, hey, you know, you can get a free trial if you share it, right?
Yeah.
Never really thought about that, because I guess when you end up having one that makes pretty good dough, you sort of stop thinking about new stuff until it stops working.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So then it pops this one up, and this is the ad right here. This little white section, that's the ad that people are going to see when they see your ad. And for some reason on this account, we have several different Facebook accounts which are tied to different Splash Post accounts, and this one's obviously not one of the premium ones. But anyway, you would normally be able to post whatever you wanted, a sub headline right there, and then you can obviously change this to say, whatever you want. And then you also, there's a little button here. When you click on this, it allows you to upload any image that you want from your. I wonder if I click done, if it's going to erase that. No, okay. So anyway, and then it will link to your page name once you go to post it. So that's basically it in a nutshell, the quick and dirty. But again, this is going to give you huge click-through rates, again, because of that play button. There's an image with a play button. And now watch how awesome this works with inside of Facebook. Connect to Facebook. I thought I was signed in, but maybe not. So we're going to put it on our Happier Healthy You page. This is where you can, if you were collecting emails, which there is a template for collecting emails, you would set that. But we're not going to do that. You can schedule it for later if you want. We're just going to post this baby to Facebook, maybe. And then give me a second. We'll actually head over to Facebook. Maybe.
Yeah, and that's the video. We used that video we had 10,000 clicks in an hour on that video, and we didn't have it set up at that time. We ended up breaking even on the campaign because it was so hard for people to find the damn link to buy the stuff. And so this solves your problem with that, believe me.
Yeah.
And this little, go ahead.
I said we learned a lot from the mistakes we made the first time on that. Losing, because we lost the majority of those 10,000 clicks to things. But I mean, if we would have had this, okay, so here's what it did. It looks like it did. Oh, here's one. I'll just click on this one because I'm not sure. That one's the one we just posted, but it doesn't look like the image showed up when I saved it. So anyway, they see the ad. This is what that ad actually appears as. So when they click on the ad and click the play button, the actual sales video comes up right in side of Facebook. They can watch the video, and then they'll have to buy it now. They can buy it, as soon as we get done, and I'll let the video start here in a second. But that's literally, if you've got a product or a sales video and want to keep them in there, I'm going to pause it because it's screaming in my headphones. But anyway, when they get to the end, if they want the free bottle, they just click the free bottle and it sends them straight to the sales page. So anyway, that's an awesome way to keep them within Facebook. And I mean, they don't even leave their news feed. This would show up in your news feed, and you just, scroll, click on it, play it. You could buy it, and then you're just back to, surfing Facebook without ever having to leave. Again, super powerful tool. We were getting 10% conversions on that. So it just crazy numbers. So
hey, Kyle, it's Keith.
Yeah,
hey,
Keith.
Real quick, that video that y'all had created, something like that difficult to create. Do y'all outsource that? Do y'all build it out internally? What do y'all do with that?
Going back to that SAC sold out after crisis, they had a video done and they paid a huge amount of money. And we found a doodle video, and we'll give you guys this if you guys are interested, maybe later. But we have a guy that does this for us, and this video probably cost us $20 to have made. So I mean, you can get one of these videos made super cheap. And I think that was because we had to pay $20 because we wanted it done in a day. So, I mean, no, you can have those videos made. It's ridiculous. Once you guys know some of its tricks, it really makes it super easy, or really unfair to start making some money here. But anyway, that's another great one. You guys can grab Splash Post. They do have a $1 trial. Just put something up there, put a sales video, and then send a couple bucks worth of traffic there. I mean, you'll see huge click-through rates. Your conversion rates will be pretty good. Again, the biggest problem you have, as long as you get your targeting right with these tricks, I mean, your click-through rates are going to be huge. You're going to be paying cheap clicks. You guys are going to be off to the races. You want me to send it back to you now, John? Did I answer your question, Keith?
Sure, man. That sounds good.
Keith, did I answer your question?
No, that's what I needed. Hey, I want to tell you something really funny real quick. Another quick story is, and I'm not making this up, I'm dead serious. I was supposed to do a webinar with the owner of Splash Post today and bumped it a week for this webinar. So, I mean, it's just talk about, crazy coincidence.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. Well, now you just pre-pitched everybody on Splash Post. I endorse them, so go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah, they're good. We actually got that video trick from Kurt Malley, and then when we put it in the Splash Post, that's when it exploded. So, the video trick meaning to send people to Facebook videos. So, it's really cool that Splash Post can do that. And there's a lot of different landers and things you can use in Splash Post too, which also make it cool. So if you don't have a video, you don't need one. You can just put a lander in there and a few images, and it's real cool. It's just a neat little tool.
Hey guys,
so yeah.
Guys, there's something else that I think has been overlooked that y'all may want to touch on. That offer that you're promoting, if you were running that direct, would never be approved by Facebook.
No, you couldn't
A
put
green
that.
coffee offer?
Yeah.
That's notorious.
So, right.
Well, and just so you know, that other ad.
I mean, the way that.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that green coffee offer. If you ran that as an external or any type of promotion generally within Facebook, you're going to have problems with that. But the way that y'all ran that, you ran it without having any issues.
Yeah, well, because and I think I know exactly what you're talking about, because you're running it to that video or to a lander, so it's like that's where Facebook sees that you're going.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I just wanted to point that out that this is, I mentioned in my preview to this webinar that they're going to show you ways to get around, and this isn't the only way that they do it, but that right there is a way to get around some of the, the restrictions that Facebook may put upon you. And that's exactly what y'all did right there. But, this is so obvious to you guys because you do it every day, but to the rest of us, that right there is a ninja trick. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I was going to mention that other offer that we had, that Pandora dating offer, they had actually been banned by Facebook from running their offers on Facebook. And so, again, offers that traditionally aren't going to work in typical ads. If you do it the right way and play Facebook's game and do things the way they want you to, you can pretty much get what you want done, as long as you know what the rules are and how to play within them.
Cool. I'll let y'all take it back. Thanks. I just wanted to interject there.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. And am I up again, Kyle?
Yep.
I think so. All right, cool. So basically, now you've got 3 campaigns that we've used. The older one that'll still make you money, the new clickable image campaign to show you how to stop the click loss, and then the Splash Post campaign, which you can do. Really, Splash Post could be like 5 campaigns in and amongst itself because you can do opt-ins and different stuff like that. So with that, hopefully that's been beneficial, and you can see how you can leverage Facebook, still play within their rules, and be able to run your offers. And most of you, if you have your own offers, you're really not going to have any problems. If you have affiliate offers, then you're kind of seeing some things that we do that help you to get around not really around, but to work with Facebook and make sure that your stuff is exactly, according to their terms and conditions. So in just a second, I'm going to open it up for Q&A so you guys can ask different questions and things. Anything about Facebook is cool. If we know it, we'll answer it, especially Kyle. He's the brains. But if we know it, we'll answer it. And if we don't, then, we'll just say we don't know. But any questions you have about Facebook is cool. Now, I want to talk about us for a second. Here's the 3% pitch part. Badass Media is our company. And between us and our clients, we spend literally millions of dollars every year with Facebook. just spending a ton of money with them. And because we get to spend so much money, we have a unique advantage because we get to fail really quickly. We get to test really fast, fail really quick, and that helps us to learn some of these things, where if you're on your own, you may not have the same type. Your learning curve could be a lot slower if you're just a regular affiliate. So as you can see, Facebook stuff changes every day. You can see the old campaign, which was in September, which made us a lot of money. And then now you can see the new stuff that we're running just, 6, 7 months later. It's not even been a year yet, and we've learned and discovered all these new tricks. So it goes really, really fast. So if you want to team up with us and you want to work with us, there's a way that you can do that. And so what we're doing is we're holding an 8-week intensive Facebook training course. And we're going to go through on this course. It's going to be online, so it's not going to be in person. You don't have to worry about traveling, putting the kids up, anything like that. I don't like to travel myself a whole lot. So it's going to be online. There's going to be 16 total calls in this 8-week course, 1 training call, and one question and answer session per week. And here's what we're going to go through. We're going to go through all this type of stuff plus, but let me go through this. We're going to tell you why your ads are getting rejected and how to get them approved. That's a big one. We're going to show you how to run affiliate offers under the radar, not get your account shut down with many tricks like we just showed you. We're going to show you how to use the Power Editor tool and explode your click-through rate. There's all kinds of stuff like Kyle mentioned today. That in amongst itself is one training call on how to use that Power Editor tool. We're going to show you what a gray account is and how you can get one from Facebook. This was huge for us because we kept getting our accounts shut down and we didn't know what the hell was happening. And we finally figured out how to do it and what a gray account was, and it helped us a lot. And once we figured it out, it was like pretty easy. So also, when you have gray accounts, you're going to be able to get a Facebook rep, regardless of what your offer is, to guide you through any obstacles you might face. A lot of these ads we run by our Facebook reps first because they'll tell you, oh, that ad will work, or this ad won't work, or you should change this up, or you should change that up. We don't do that all the time, but it gives us a nice guideline on what we can use. We'll show you how to get average click-through rates of 1%, and we'll show you how to get click-through rates of 5 to 10%. That video that Kyle just showed you, the click-through rate on that when we first ran it was right around 16%, if you can believe that. It was unbelievable. So some of these things just, 16%, and then you end up having 7% clicks. So anyway, it can be really powerful. With that being said, we're going to show you how to get these cheap clicks that convert based on like that video. We've already showed you a little bit of that. We're going to show you why video rules on Facebook. It does. It's very engaging because it's social network, and how you can convert clients. And sometimes it's hard to convert clients with really, really long videos. Like some of these info marketing videos, as you know, are an hour long. And a guy's just searching on Facebook. Sometimes he doesn't have an hour to see it. So we've come up with some tricks to get really cheap doodle videos made that convert. So it's kind of cool. And it's easy too. We'll explain what a custom audience is and how you can leverage those for maximum profits. If you're not familiar with custom audiences, it's a pretty powerful Facebook tool that's out there that you can use. And like Kyle mentioned today, and he kind of showed you, what's a dark post and how you can use them without spamming your fans. You don't want to spam your fans because your fans really, if you do your fan page correctly, it can be a huge targeting sort of move for you because birds of a feather flock together, and Facebook is awesome for that. We'll show you how to get your spend limits raised. So instead of starting out at $250, we'll show you how you can start out at $50,000 a month. And we had an account raised to $75,000 a day that we were using to run different offers. And on top of that, we're going to show you how you can get 30-day net terms with Facebook, which is going to increase your cash flow. If you have a product and you're not running to your own merchant account, or so like maybe you run on ClickBank, cash flow can be huge and it's really hard to scale because you have to wait to get your money. Or if you're an affiliate marketer, same kind of thing. It's great to make 3, 4, 5, 10 grand, 15 grand a day, but if you have to spend 5 or 10,000 a day, that can really hurt your cash flow. Facebook will give you 30-day net terms after you've been advertising with them. We'll show you how to do that, and that just blows up your cash flow. It's amazing. So, because when you run that kind of traffic, ClickBooth and all those guys love you, and they'll take care of you. They pay you every week. We're going to show you how to do that. And we'll also go through images. You know, we have a whole training on images, what to use, what to avoid, ninja tricks that we throw in there, stuff that works, things like that. So with that being said, just like this isn't a normal webinar, this isn't a normal training. This isn't going to be a, hey, here's a box of stuff, or here's a little pad and a book, and you can read it and figure out Facebook training. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a group call every week and a group Q&A every week. So we're not just going to be training on theory, but we're going to give you every single week, in addition to this training, you're going to get a new cut and paste campaign that we've ran. It's already been tested by us, so we already know it works. So you'll be able to do that. And that's what I think is really exciting about this. Instead of going out where a lot of trainings, you got to figure a lot of stuff out on your own, we're going to say, hey, here you go. Here's a campaign, just like we did just now. Run this today and get your investment back. So let me go through those campaigns real quick and tell you kind of what you can expect. First campaign. This campaign generated leads at about 20 cents each in the diet and fitness niche for us. If you have an autoresponder, and they're pretty easy to get, a really high converting one, you can just explode your profits on this. And if you run to an opt-in page, Facebook does not hate you. So this is a really good campaign, and you can get thousands of leads a day. We've scaled these up and had thousands of leads a day for a list. So if you want to be a super affiliate, or you want to run affiliate and you're a big believer in lists, we'll show you how to do that. Campaign number 2. This is the video campaign, and we get really intense with this. We'll show you how to get these videos made where they don't cost you anything. We'll show you where to get the copy for these videos. This campaign, like I mentioned, generated 12.67%, not 16. We had 10,000 clicks in an hour. We're going to show you some workarounds that Facebook actually goes for based on what our ad reps have explained to us. So that campaign is really, really powerful. And when I say 10,000 clicks in an hour, I mean we couldn't believe that we had this many clicks, and then we just shut it off. Campaign number 3, it's going to allow you to explode your results by combining viral traffic and Facebook paid traffic. It's the only time. It's a great campaign. It'll blow up your results, huge ROIs. It's the only time I'm going to endorse viral marketing. I'm totally a paid traffic guy. That's the way I've always done my stuff, because that's the only way you can scale. But this campaign, I definitely endorse viral marketing, and we'll go through that. Campaign number 4 is the ball game campaign that we just showed you. We're going to expand on that a little bit, show you how to use different landers in that campaign that will increase your click-through to sales video. So we'll take you through some of the new stats that we're running. We're running a bunch of different offers on that, so we're testing different offers in different niches. Seems to be working with everyone. So we'll walk you through that step by step so you can use it in your own offers. Campaign number 5. This one is a new one that Kyle's been working on, completely top secret. We just started testing it, and the click-through rates are unbelievable, and the conversions are even better. And it's a video campaign, and it's pretty good. I mean, we were almost like, man, I don't even know if we should share that in the training. It's that good. We really like it. Then we're also going to take you through how to redirect traffic. This is another little affiliate ninja trick that we learned, and it may have been what Sam was talking about earlier. We've got some ways to redirect traffic outside of Facebook and still get the low cost per click and get Facebook's approval to do so. So you can take them off of the Facebook page but still pay for Facebook as if you were taking them to your fan page. So that is another campaign that we'll be showing you in this training. This is the coolest part, in my opinion. Kyle ends up meeting this guy through his dentist, Chris X. We call him Chris X because he won't let us use his last name, Truth. This guy used to work for Facebook, and he used to work in their ads account department. So if you've ever had an account slapped or a product banned, it's a damn good chance that Chris was the one who did it. And so Chris is gone, but he has a lot of friends in Facebook, and he knows Facebook stuff like the back of his hand. So he's going to show you on this call how to stay in, on the straight and narrow with Facebook from an employee perspective, what they're looking for, what they don't care about, and how you can fly under the radar. And so this one call is going to keep you, like, I don't want to say slap proof because you're never 100% slap proof, but it's going to keep you 98% slap proof. And he has been instrumental in helping us to overcome some of our Facebook challenges that we've had. Anybody that knows us on the call knows that we've had multiple accounts slap before we learned some of these tricks, and Chris has been instrumental in helping us. So if you want to take a look at this training, then all you need to do is go to www.facebookbadass.com and fill out the short information form. And when you fill that out, we'll have someone from our office contact you. We'll set up a time to talk. And on the call, we're just going to go over, your goals, and we'll see if the training is right for you. So it's not going to be right for everybody. We don't work with everybody. It depends on where you're at in your marketing and what your needs are. And I'm like Keith. We're pretty much straight shooters. We do this. We have a good time. We want to have fun. We want to help people make money. We want to make money. And that's what we're all about. So we could be right for each other. We might not be. And that's why you don't really get a hard pitch. So, again, www.facebookbadass.com. You fill out the information. We'll set up a time to talk. The training is going to start in late June. So we've got about, I don't even know what the day is, but I think we've got 10 days before we kick it off. And it'll be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It'll be right over the comfort of your computer like this. It'll be recorded, so you're not going to miss anything. Much like today's training, it's going to be live Q&A, so you'll be able to ask your questions and get all the answers you need so we can walk you through. It's going to be a very, very small group. It's not going to be thousands of people in there. So you're going to get a lot of one-on-one attention from Kyle and myself. Kyle, you have anything to add?
No, I hope you guys got something out of what we showed you today. I mean,
Okay.
Those are two super great tricks, ninja tricks. I don't know what you want to call them, but you could literally take those campaigns, go ahead and copy them, and put them on your Facebook fan pages and start running the ads, and you guys will start making some money. So we really wanted to come on, be able to present you guys with some stuff that you could just take right away, go start doing and start making money like today, without having to pay us anything for it. We kind of wanted to, Keith's a good dude. We wanted to help him out, help his followers out. So hopefully that was awesome for you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it.
Hey guys, I just
And I believe Frank Kern calls that modeling, right?
That's funny. Yeah, hey, I
Model
just
that
wanted to,
campaign.
That's it. Is you have 3 campaigns to work with. I'm interested to see if there's a way to track this. How many people from the webinar actually takes that information and uses it immediately? Those are the superstars. So I do encourage everybody to, I'll have this video up probably in the next few hours. Go watch it again. Watch those campaigns and put those campaigns up. Test it for yourself. These guys aren't a joke. So there's a lot of money that went into that testing that you don't have to spend. Also, fill out the application. It's a short form. You're going to talk to them, and just like they said, not everybody's going to be right for this, but those that are going to have an advantage over everybody else. So, I try to make it a point to meet the players in the Facebook world because I always have a lot of questions myself, and I was brought to these guys, and now I'm bringing them on to you. So, are there questions coming in, guys?
Yeah, let's do a little Q&A.
I already had splash post. Now what do I do with it? Did you kind of watch how we did that post? If you make a post and then publish it to your fan page, then you would just go ahead and promote it just like we did those other posts through Power Editor, preferably. So once you make a splash post, once you get it created, and splash post then post it to your fan page, you just promote that like a regular post, and it'll be in your Power Editor. It'll show up there, and you just create an ad and start running traffic to that ad. Will there be a recording of this webinar? Yep. I think Keith's going to put it up somewhere, so you guys will have access to that. some guy had his credit card out. Um, yeah, I'm glad you got some good info. Um, good stuff. Good stuff. Super webinar. Um, no, I don't know what to do with it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no problem, guys. And again, like he said, please go out and start implementing some of this stuff, and start making money right away. There's no reason not to. I mean, one of those. I think we only spent $250 maybe, and had uh, whatever it was, 2,200 clicks and 1,600 to the actual sales letter, and those were targeted. So it was pretty good. Another guy is asking if it was for rookies. We were rookies when we started, and so even if you don't have much of an understanding, we kind of guide you through all the other stuff that you may have learned along the way. But we'll also show you some stuff that you're not going to make the same mistakes that everybody else has had to make along the way. So yeah, it doesn't matter, how early on or how advanced you are. But if you're interested, just fill out that form and talk to John or I, and we'll go through kind of where you are.
Yeah, and if I can add to that, Kyle, real quick before you
Sure.
go through, two things to keep in mind. I know on some of these campaigns you're seeing we're spending $5,000 a day, and you don't have to spend that kind of money on paid traffic. You can make 300-400% ROI in some cases. So if you're spending $200, you can make $600, $700 a day, and you don't have to have a huge budget like we do, and you don't have to have that huge budget because we've already, like Keith said earlier, we've already tested this stuff. It already works. Because our money's been put to use. So keep that in mind when you're, talking about this. You don't have to wait to implement this stuff. Just the stuff we showed you today, just because you don't have a huge budget. Go spend $50. Go spend $100 and drive some traffic.
Yeah, and to back up what John just said, when your budget's smaller like that, you don't have to get as many clicks, so you can actually get cheaper clicks than what we're showing you here, because we're having to pay 9 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents for thousands of clicks. But if you're only paying $50 or even $20, and you're only going to get 100, 200 clicks for the day, you're not going to be paying. I mean, you might be paying 3 or 4 cents, 2 cents, if you get your click-through rates high. So like John said, just get out there and start doing it, and you'll see. And it's pretty cool when you can actually turn advertising into money. A couple more questions here regarding the image link post. Can you create a post like that without running paid traffic to it? Yes, you can. You can do all this stuff without running paid traffic. Facebook has some algorithms in place where not everybody is going to see your posts now. So you will lose some of that. And we advertise to cold traffic a lot. So your fans are not, we spend money to go get new clients, new customers. But yes, it will. You can run all those same ads or posts. You can put those posts on any of your news feeds or pages without having to pay for it. Another question is, when posts are dark, do they get posted on the news feeds of the fans of the page? Yes, they will not go to the fans of the page. They will go to the people you are targeting and show up on their news feeds. So in Power Editor, one of the things you can do without getting too much more techie in Power Editor, but one of the options is you can choose to advertise to people not already connected. So if you're going to do a dark post, just choose to not advertise to the people that are already connected to your page, and then none of your personal fans or who have already liked you will see any of those dark posts. Does this work on real world Facebook products?
Can I add to that, Kyle?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Kyle, let me add to that real quick before you go to the next question. You have to keep in mind that when we do dark posts, our sole intent of running that is to run to paid traffic. We're not even sending that to our fans. So that's one of the reasons you would have it dark, is because we don't want to spam our fans with a bunch of advertising stuff. I mean, you really like to be maybe 10 nice, cool, hey, what's going on post and one salesy post. And so we don't want to spam those guys, and that's specifically why we do that. If you're running a fan page, you're not driving a lot of paid traffic, you probably don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and along those same lines.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, no problem at all. If Again, one of the reasons we would do that is if we're testing a bunch of different stuff. And one of the side benefits of running, dark posts or regular posts, people will click on your ad and just click like. People just by default click like. So on all the pages that we have ever done, we've never paid for likes. But meanwhile, we have, on the Concerned Patriot page, there's 65,000 likes. On a Natural Health page, there's 40,000 likes just from running a green coffee ad with posting no content to the page. So you will by default get likes if that's what you're into. John and I always say likes don't pay the bills, profits do. So we don't really focus on likes, but if that's something you're interested in, that's a side benefit of running the posts as ads. The next question is, does this work on real world physical products? No affiliate, real bricks and mortar inventory. Yes, it will work on anything. And here's why. You just have to know what it costs or what your value from getting a customer is. So if you're a dentist and you know that getting one customer is worth $1,000 or whatever over the course of that client's life, you can spend up to $1,000 and still make money. So if it's getting them on an email list, if it's just sending them ads to have them call into the office, whatever the ads are, it will still work on real world physical products or service type organizations. You just need to know some basic math, and luckily basic, because John and I talk about it. We're not very good at math, so as long as it stays under like fourth or fifth grade, we can do it. So if you can make more money from your customer than what it costs,
I'm a fifth grade math savant.
Yes. So yes, it does work in the real world. What affiliate niches work best on Facebook? Again, we've done diet, fitness, relationships. We've done the big three, and they all seem to work. It's just, again, it's going to be your ad, what it says, and your targeting. You have the tricks. A couple of the tricks that we use, we just gave to you. So if you get some targeting down and you got some good copy in the ad itself, it doesn't even have to be that good actually. You'll end up making some hay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Kyle. Well, I was just going to say too that we're going to go through that in the training, exactly kind of more marketing stuff. Today we wanted to show you some ninja campaigns, sort of assuming that you understand targeting, you understand maybe how to write a little copy. I know not everybody does, and some of you are new, but for the sake of not making this a 6-hour training, we didn't really get into a lot of stuff like that. But definitely you can make any offer work, in my opinion. We've done, survival, we've done all kind of stuff. You can make any offer work with the right targeting and with some of these ninja tricks that we've showed you. Just remember, it's all about your click-through rate.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Yep. And I'll keep going through questions unless Keith, you want me to keep going through these questions, or are we boring people, or should we keep going down?
No. As a matter of fact, I even got a text message from somebody on here that asked, and you just answered it, but I'm just going to reiterate the question: can this work for local marketers trying to get new clients? And you just answered that obviously yes. And so I just wanted to put that out there because somebody just texted that
yeah.
to me. So
okay, well, I'll keep going down there. Is there risk to our accounts?
Yeah, Facebook actually
Go ahead, John.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, Facebook actually kicks ass for local business because their targeting is so cool. So, if you live in Phoenix, I live in Phoenix. If you live in Phoenix, you can target people who live in Phoenix. If you have a dentist office, you can target certain zip codes. So it's awesome to be able to do that on Facebook. So it'll work really well for local businesses.
The next question was, is there a risk to our accounts? One of the things we go through in the course is we'll actually show you how to set up gray accounts, which are essentially business accounts. We'll get you hooked up with Facebook reps. So you can run your ads by them first if you want, to make sure that you're not going to be running any type of issues. But there's always, here's the deal. Another inside thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that when I first started, it really depends on what you're doing. When we first started with Facebook, I talked to somebody in Facebook, and they said, look, here's the thing. If you run affiliate offers, it's against their terms and conditions. So they can pretty much slap your account anytime. Now, they said, we know people run affiliate offers, and we don't really care, but there's certain things that you can do and certain things that you can't do. So what I want to say is there's always a risk to your account on Facebook when you're running affiliate offers. I never want to see everything's 100% video you should under the radar because you're not the link and see those, there are no links. So the only problem you're going to have is if you don't do it the right way and you start getting flagged.
Hey guys, I want to interject something. Yes, John really is RoboCop. So all of that static that you just heard, that's just him transforming real quick.
Yeah, John, you might have to redo that.
Oh, right. Am I staticky?
Yeah, you sounded like a robot there.
Am I better now?
Yeah, you sound great now. You do.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have a face for radio.
Yeah, I say that about my
so what I was mentioning there is, I never want to say that your account is 100% slap proof. When we first started running Facebook stuff, it is against their terms and conditions to run affiliate offers. With that being said, the person on the inside of Facebook has explained to us they don't really care that they run affiliate offers, but what gets you into trouble, and Kyle can expand on this a little bit, is that Facebook has they can look at the link that you put in there and see that link will come up for them and it'll flag your account depending on what kind of offers you're running. So you need to know how to test those links, which we show you, and you need to know some of the tricks that we know that will basically, like that video trick, when you put that URL inside the video, Facebook never sees that link, and because of that, it will never raise a red flag on your account. So it's little tricks like that, but you're always at risk if you run affiliate offers on Facebook because they don't allow it. So hopefully that makes sense. Not trying to scare you. We've been running affiliate offers. We've had accounts shut down because we've done stupid stuff, and that's got our account shut down, but we know more today than we did then, and that's what it's allowed us to fly under the radar with affiliate stuff. If you have your own product, you got no problem.
Yeah, well said, John. Let me go through a couple more. Do we go over best niches?
Of course it was.
Of course. Sam keeps telling you to just turn your Skype off. It's eating all your RAM. Another question is a boost post on the timeline the same as creating a page post ad in Power Editor? The idea behind it is the same. You're promoting it, but you lose all sorts of control over targeting and some other ninja tricks within Power Editor that you don't have access to if you just do a boost post promotion through your Facebook fan page. So we don't use the boost post. I mean, you can do it. I would use Power Editor. The control you have is way greater, far greater. Use it with splashes. Do the video views count as YouTube views as well? That's a great question, man. I don't know. We don't put our sales videos on YouTube, although we probably should. Again, we're not big SEO guys, or you use YouTube for SEO type stuff, so we don't run through YouTube. It might, but again, that's kind of like the likes for us. Like we don't, YouTube views don't pay my bills. Profits do. So I've never really paid much attention to that. So I honestly can't tell you. I would assume because you're embedding a YouTube URL there. So I imagine it would count as a view, although don't quote me 100% on that because I don't. It's not my.
Hey Kyle, real quick. So guys, just so you know that these guys are not professional webinar guys that do this every day. We can't see the link for where to go fill out that application. It's not on the slide. If you could put it in the chat box and then send to all via GoToWebinar, that way everybody can have that link right there. Also, if you could bring back the slide that has that URL on it, that way we can see where they can go fill out that application.
Okay, yeah, good call.
Okay, John, you do that. I'm going to keep answering questions. Okay, there you go. John posted it there.
Yeah,
thanks,
you bet,
Steve,
man.
For keeping us in line over there.
I will. I'm shutting my Skype down over here, Mr. Technology.
Sam told me.
You sound like a whole new guy now. Oh my
I'm
God.
a
You
I'm
sound
a quick
5 years
learner.
younger. You sound proud
Yeah,
of
Sam
yourself
helped
right
me. I might be
Uh,
able to get a girlfriend now. Thank you, Sam.
well, we're
No
gonna
wonder
help
I've been
Sam
turning
here.
them all off on the phone.
We're gonna give Sam some help. Will it work outside the U.S.? Yes. In fact, I don't know if one of those ads we run those ads to Canada, U.S., UK, Australia. It works wherever. It doesn't matter the location. Thank you. Sure, no problem. Would you use a financial service ad? Um, I Sure, we'd use any ads, I guess. Again, you have to know what that customer is worth, and then you can start to work back into numbers and then figure out what your ad spend needs to be to acquire a customer. But yeah, financial service ads are, I mean, as long as they're good ads, you'll get people and you can get them cheap through Facebook. Um, Affiliate link, fan page. We do, like John said, there is a tool that Facebook actually uses themselves to tell you whether a link is good. And if yours comes back red, they'll you got to immediately start trying to they start looking at it much more um, uh, like CSI style. If you can get green or yellow, they'll let that those ads with those color links go through. And one of the things like Splash Post or um, some of these other things, it's basically using Facebook's own URL as the URL that the ad people get to see. So that's why it keeps your ads clean for the most part until you start getting too many complaints. But fan page, Rockstar wants to test up front. Yeah, this guy wants to go and start running some things before he starts a course. So that's a great idea. If you're gonna run some tests, that way you have some real world examples to bring to us. We can obviously help answer some of those questions for you directly related to your ads. Kill Skype. How long since you guys lost your last Facebook account? Um, Several months at this point. Um, how do you get new accounts when they get yanked? We go through that in the course. You have to know some people and you have to know what to say and what to ask, and we go through that in the course. How to set those up. We actually we'll walk you through it. We're trying to get it set up through Facebook where we can just hand off accounts to you guys. So we'll see if we're able to do that or not. But that's what we're working on.
Yeah, we're close on that.
Yeah. Um, thanks. Cool link in chat. I had to step away for a few minutes. What are you charging? Well, we're not going into that because first you got to fill out that form, Mark. Fill out the form. Go through that form at Facebook badass.com. Fill it out. Then John or I will reach out to you and We'll just talk. See if it's going to be a good fit, and then we'll figure something out based on that. I guess the same would apply for other language ads like French or German. Yeah, same thing. Again, the location doesn't matter. These tricks we're talking about aren't, U.S. specific or Canada specific. They'll work anywhere. And in fact, if you're able to do these ads and you understand or you can speak a foreign language and can write ads in that language, you'll actually get way cheaper clicks than what we're even showing because the clicks overseas in other countries are far cheaper than they are in the U.S. So you actually have a leg up on some of these things. I just don't know how to speak any other language. I have a hard enough time with English, so it's not something we've really gotten into a foreign language. But if you're able to do that, yeah, these ads, these tricks, same things, they'll work wherever you are. And I think that's the last question I see up there. I think I tried to get through most of these. Um,
Hey guys, just to reiterate, FacebookBadass.com. Fill out the application. If you're even on the fence about it, and again, this isn't an affiliate play for me. I'm not making a dime from this, just so you know. I mean, we're totally upfront. I wanted to bring these guys to you, but fill it out and talk to them. I mean, what's the harm that can come out of that? So go to FacebookBadass.com, see if you're a fit. Get in with these guys, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you start going through their training. So. Are there any more questions, or do y'all want to go and wrap it up? The only reason I'm saying this is that the recording on this Mac that I'm on is probably going to be we're at the hour and 45-minute mark, so I just don't want my computer to crash when this thing's encoding.
Yeah, no, and I think it looks like those are all the questions.
Yeah, right on. I'm all done. So if there are no further questions,
Okay, here's the deal. Here's what's going to happen next. I'm going to encode this video. I'm going to put it up on my site, and I'll send an email out to the list letting everybody know. Guys, I'll also have a link to facebookbadass.com. What's the cutoff for these applications, guys? I don't think y'all mentioned that.
Yeah, sorry about that. The cutoff for the applications are Wednesday. What date on that, Kyle? I want to say it's the
The 19th.
so
Yeah.
yeah, exactly because we're starting the course the following Tuesday, which is the 24th.
Very good. So you got between now.
And when I say the cutoff is
Go ahead, John. There's a delay.
when I say that the cutoff's the 19th, I mean we need to have our phone conversation by then. So, the faster they get in the application, the better off they're going to be.
Very cool. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up. Again, you'll see this coming out on the site. I'll put it up. I'll put the video up. You can watch this, go through the campaigns again. Implement, implement, implement. I cannot stress that enough. Once you start to see success, which chances are will be before the end of this cutoff for the application, then complete the application because you know their stuff works. I mean, they've already proven it, but prove it to yourself. So with that being said, thank you all for joining us today. John, Kyle, thanks for coming out and sharing your data with us. I am a data freak. I love data, and the fact that y'all have given us data is just beyond cool. So thank you for your time. Facebook Badass, folks. That's it. We'll talk to you on the next webinar.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.